Hey Pisces, this is Tara and welcome to your mid-July through mid-August Psychic Tarot forecast. I'm very happy to have you joining me. I hope your summer is moving along, and with all the planets that are going retrograde, and you know, one has gone direct, and that's Jupiter. So the nice huge big planet of luck and gifts is on our side now. So once everyone else goes direct, which will be into the summer, into September, then I think we'll really start seeing some movement. But in the meantime, we have a lot to prepare for. This is a great time to ask yourself, what is it I really want? You know, especially with Mercury going into retrograde the end of July. Mars is already there. So those two planets take away some of our need to want to move forward so quickly, and the need to move forward so quickly. Not only that we want to, but that maybe we shouldn't. So think about it, what you can visualize and dream about during this time period. This card came up, so or fell on the floor, let's just say that. Okay. It's a great time to do that. Visualize, intend, feel what you want. What's in your heart? Okay, this is for Pisces. They're wanting to be very particular for you all today, Pisces, with the exception of that one. This one wants to come out. Okay. And these two. All right, I've had some unusual formats of cards. This is not so much, but it's not like that. These two want to sit side by side, but these two, this one's dominant over this one. I'm just saying. When I did, who was it, Aquarius, the two on top were side by side, but the bottom two were, one had dominance over the other, it felt like. Okay, so let's turn over the last 2 weeks of July, 15th through 30th. Aha! And was this the dominant one? Which one was dominant? Okay, it doesn't matter because we're going to talk about this. You know, this guy is looking to her, who is so intuitive, so psychic, the most psychic woman of the deck. She's the the Empress. She's the High Priestess. They're sort of the same. The Empress is very intuitive herself. She's a woman, that feminine side. But this High Priestess, boy, she really gets everything. She doesn't miss a thing. Let's just say that. No deception goes past her. Tricks, people that are trying to deceive you, again, same thing as deception. And what's interesting is she's sitting there very calmly. I'm going to use my wand, my selenite wand. She's sitting here very calmly. She's not moving anywhere. This guy, and this could be you, but this guy's having to stand up for himself and his abilities and talents. Not been easy. You can see the bandage on his forehead. So I guess my question to you, dear Pisces, Pisces Sun, Moon, and Rising, this is what this video is for, is what and how have you been able to say, this is who I really am. But this is me. And not only to yourself, but maybe your family. Maybe your family doesn't always get you. You know, I went to a sort of a circle, sort of a class last night, and we were talking about how, you know, sometimes we stand out from the, I shouldn't say stand out, we're different than the rest of our family. Or you may feel like you wanted to go a different path. Possibly your parents wanted you to get into their business, or they felt like you should be a nurse or a attorney, or I don't know, clean floors. I'm just saying that you really had to go through some, this is me, I am who I am, and, you know, this is, I feel like this type of feeling, this may be she may too represent a spirit guide. your spiritual essence, and you really had to look to the High Priestess for guidance. And that's showing up for these last 2 weeks of July. So whether this has been going on for you or it's getting ready to start for you, I have a feeling for a lot of you it's been going on for quite some time. And you could probably look at this reading or watch this reading, you know, the mid part of August, and really it will sink in more. You could look at it a year from now and it will sink in. Some of these messages, other readers will say, I've heard them say, the messages are not just these 2 weeks. This is kind of, especially when there's a major arcana card involved. You know, it's broader than a 2-week time period. This is the universe wanting you to experience the knowing of who you are, and your intuitive gifts, your psychic gifts. You're not giving your power away to other people. You know, it's that third chakra power that we... Well, where's my citrine? Here it is. That was an apophyllite, which is a wonderful stone. But this is a citrine. This is great for third chakra, feeling your inner power and who you are. It's where we keep our emotions. We store our emotions. It's really the brain of our body. So this is you really needing to stand up, and I think you have been, for your values. Okay, let's see what these two bring. Nice. The Chariot and the Queen of Swords. I feel like we have a lot of people. Now that I turn over these last 2 cards in your spread, but you know, maybe not. Maybe it's just essences of. So let's take a look at it. The Chariot card represents to me a time when, yeah, there have been struggles and there have been the ups and the downs, but it's like, okay, I'm getting my life together. I want to move forward. I'm ready to move forward. I have what I need to move forward, or most of what I have. Still work, you know, we're always working on life, aren't we? But you're really gathering your thoughts, probably your feelings of where you want to go next. You at least can see the path or the feeling of the path. I keep saying the feeling because I really do. Our feelings they dictate our thoughts and our emotions. So this is about moving forward for you guys. Now look, there's 2 major arcanas on top of each other. So when you have this sort of like, I know everything is within me that I need, then you can move forward, like the Chariot card. Then we have this Queen of Swords, and this usually represents an air sign, which would be a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I don't think it's you, but you know, if it is your rising or moon sign, one of the air signs, or your rising or moon, then it could be. But let's just talk about it in third person. You know, sometimes to me she feels like she's being very dictatorship type person, if you know what I'm saying. I'm getting a little bit of that, but I'm getting a little bit more friendly, more helping to show you the way. Great advice, intellectual. She could be a teacher, a professor, a mentor, someone of that nature who really uses her wisdom and makes no bones about it. You know, she's holding up the sword. She cuts through the BS. She's, you know, the sword points up to this guy here. You all who have been really needing to, and having to support yourself and support your views. It feels like a giving of new wisdom. This may be an essence card, a giving of new abilities to make decisions, decisions that are thought out, but again coming from the heart space. And I feel like there's someone around you, or you're reading about someone or an article that talks about people who are great at feeling it out, thinking it out, and then doing it. And that's what I feel like this Queen of Swords can be. Now, if she is indeed an air sign in your life, whether you like her or you don't like her, or she's been beneficial or she's not been beneficial, leave the comments below, because as you all know, Pisces, these court cards mean different people to different people, to all of you. So, you know, we can't always say who she is. These are just some of the intuitive feelings that I'm getting. All right. So let's look and see what the crystal has to say for Pisces mid-month to mid-month. I feel like some of you, and I think this is you, you know, and I talked about this a little bit with the High Priestess. How do I want to say this? This looks like a cat who's sort of sneaking around. It's like, and maybe this cat is on the prowl for a mouse. It could be that, but it's just that sort of needing to be very gentle yet progressive with your steps, with what you're doing. And maybe you're not letting everybody know what you're up to. And that may be a good thing, Pisces, because when we talk to people that are non-supportive of our ideas or who don't understand them, then why talk to them about it, about what we want in life? So I feel like you're really working that. All right. And also the cat could be your totem animal for the month. Now for Capricorn and Aquarius, I didn't get totem animals. For Aquarius, I think I got a person, and for Capricorn, oh, that's nice. I didn't get anyone. I just turned the crystal. Okay, what could this be? Okay, so I'm seeing an elaborate chair. This would be what I would describe as Louis the, oh gosh, Louis the like 14th century, 16th century, beautiful, beautiful chair, carved wood, possibly the velvet. So some of you may be into restoring furniture, or you want some of your furniture stored, or new furniture, or you're into that time period. Or some of you, and this may be the obvious because it just came to me, possibly could have, you know, you're observing the royals in Britain. You're watching, especially since Prince Harry and Meghan Markle got married. Some of you have been interested in what they've been doing. I think recently they've been on a trip, possibly, I think it was Ireland. Maybe some of you are just kind of watching them, observing them, but because this real royal look comes up. Okay. And you know, it may give you, during this time of political unrest, it may give you some feeling of calmness. Now, you know, sometimes we don't want to get too much into just watching the videos or being obsessed with something, but I feel like for some of you it gives you a feeling of, isn't that nice? And, you know, you too can have wonderful things. We're not all going to be princes and princesses, that is for sure, but there is a sense of pleasantry. And I do actually see a bird. This would be more like a cockatoo, if that's what, in fact, they're called. I believe it is. So I would look up the Google the meaning of a cockatoo. And there's something around this bird. What is that round ball? It might be a stone or a rock. So those of you who are noticing particular birds flying by, like if you're sitting inside or you're sitting outside, like if you're sitting inside looking out the window, or sitting outside on your deck or your patio or just by the pool or wherever you're sitting, and you're noticing particular birds. Maybe messengers, maybe, and I say messengers, possibly someone that has crossed over, whether they're a loved one or a friend, a parent, whomever they may be. I just feel like some of you are really noticing those, are going to start noticing more of these bird-like messengers. And again, look up cockatoos too and see what they offer to you as far as how they get along with their own kind and how they interact with others. You may get something from that. Okay, Pisces, I so appreciate your time today. I hope this reading was helpful to you. And again, watch your other signs to fill in the complete picture. If you'd like your own personal private reading, then you can look in the Show More section below, and it will give you a link to my order page. And I have video readings. People really love those, where they send me the questions, they email me the questions, and then I address them by pulling cards, looking in the crystal, doing their numerology. I get more comments and testimonials from those. I mean, not more than the other, but just a lot. And also, you could do a phone reading. A lot of people like to talk via phone and or Skype, especially if you're out of the country. All right, and please remember to subscribe. The subscribe button's in the bottom right-hand corner. And to comment. I love the comments. I read every single one of them. You all take care. Be well. Own your inner power. Okay? Because it's showing that there's a lot of movement forward in doing so. All right? Take care. Be well. Love one another. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.